This day, former NBA guard Penny Hardaway remains one of the biggest what-if stories in NBA history. Dubbed as the next Michael Jordan, Hardaway may have never truly lived up to the hype, but for a brief moment in time he was undoubtedly one of the very best players in the world, on the verge of put together an all-time great career. Unfortunately for him and the rest of the basketball world, it didn't go as planned, as a mixture of long-term injuries as well as some bad luck along the way derailed his playing stays. Because of this, basketball enthusiasts look back on Hardaway's career with mixed emotions, grateful for the glimpses of greatness, but ultimately disappointed in the end product. Hardaway burst onto the scene in high school, averaging a jaw-dropping 37 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists and 3 blocks as a senior for Treadwell in Memphis. He shined for Memphis before they were the basketball powerhouse we saw under John Calipari, and led the Tigers to a regional final in 1992 that put him on the map. Scouts were impressed by his rare combination of size and skill, and standing at 6'7", Hardaway was a unique prospect occupying the point guard position. He used his rare gifts to dominate games in college, and as his stock grew among NBA's front offices, resulting in his third overall pick in the 1993 draft. His ability translated immediately on the next level, and as rookie, experts around the league were already anticipating him to be a surefire all-star and the next big thing after Michael Jordan. Jordan abruptly retired before the 1993-1994 season, leaving the throne up for grabs, and Hardaway was the face touted to take the reins. In his first professional season, Hardaway was equal to 2009 Rookie of the Year Derrick Rose comparatively, only far better on defense due to his athletic dimensions. His second year saw another leap in development, moving into a completely different level. Using win shares as a measuring stick, from a league history standpoint, Hardaway's greatest competition through age 23 would have been Jerry West, another tall guard who could score it will all be a setup man. By year 3, Hardaway and dominant big man Shaquille O'Neal emerged as the most dynamic duos in the association. By this time, Hardaway was unstoppable offensively, and in his sophomore season he became just one of only 19 players since 1978 to post an offensive rating of 122 or better with a usage percentage of at least 25. As one can imagine, that next MJ hype train was gaining momentum as he approached 24 years old and eliminated Jordan and the Chicago Bulls from the 1995 playoffs alongside Shaq. It was Jordan's first comeback season, and Shaq and Penny duo put the world on notice. Unfortunately, 1997 rolled around and O'Neal departed Orlando for LA to join the Los Angeles Lakers, and Hardaway suffered the first major injury of his career, a left hamstring problem that led to a tendon injury in his left knee. The knee injury would sideline Penny for 23 games, but Hardaway returned the following season fully healthy and fresh off a new deal with the franchise ready to overtake Jordan as the top guard in the league. The 1998 was anything but, however, turning out to be the worst season in Hardaway's career to date. Jordan won his 5th MVP trophy, and Hardaway developed tendonitis from the previous year's injury, then suffered a catastrophic cartilage tear in his left knee and a calf injury from trying to play through the ailment and return to the court too soon. Hardaway would miss all but 19 games in 1998, and it all but ended his ascendance into the game's best guard. Upon his return the following season, it was obvious Hardaway's explosiveness had significantly diminished. He wasn't the same player set to take the league by storm, and later developed plantar fasciitis in his right foot as the latest setback in a growing list of injuries. The plantar fasciitis was the beginning of the end, and spoiled the Phoenix Suns' plans to pair Hardaway with Jason Kidd in 2000. More soft tissue damage in his left knee cost him all but 4 games in 2001, and by the early to mid-2000s Penny was more of a player in trade discussions, due to an absurdly large contract that maxed out at nearly $16 million in 2005-06, than on the basketball court. After not having played consistently since 2005, Hardaway attempted a comeback with the Miami Heat in 2007-2008, but was quickly waived in December 2007 after 16 underwhelming games. The truth is, we'll never fully know just how good Hardaway would have been if his career wasn't plagued by long-term injuries. If health was a skill, Hardaway lost it forever in mid-November 1996, when a hamstring forced him out of a game against the Toronto Raptors. It was all downhill from there, with knee tendonitis, torn cartilage, calf strains and plantar fasciitis all following and stemming from the previous injuries. There have been very few players as good as Hardaway whose potential suffered to the degree his did, and on talent alone it's hard to argue against Hardaway being a legitimately great player, even only for an instant. It wasn't all that long ago that he was the most popular name among the star-studded Dream Team at the Atlanta Olympics in 1996, and was poised as the most likely player to take the torch from Jordan when the GOAT retired. Looking back, it's clear Hardaway never reached those heights, but it's important to note the promise was there, and it was legit for a brief moment in time. Hardaway was never inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, but if health permitted he would have been a first-ballot inductee. Despite his shortcomings, he is still remembered as one of the most talented guards in league history, but even after all these years we are still left frustrated at what could have been. That's a wrap for this video about Penny Hardaway. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more future updates.